poppin', y'all? It's your man, Clive Boy Bales, and welcome to another episode of Wisco Sports Weekly, where I guess if we really had to talk about something, some way, somehow, the Green Bay Packers have won the game today. I can't believe it, but somehow it happened. You know what? I think the Colts were really overthinking themselves. I mean, to be fair, nobody had the Packers winning this game today, But the thing was, it was almost a sellout game. The fans had our backs. The players had our backs. We came through and actually showed up. And I think it showed up when it mattered. Would I say that this is the best offense I've ever seen out of this game? No. Obviously, this game really had to come to if our defense was able to really produce, because I knew our offense wasn't going to be doing too much passing-wise. Now, looking at this game, if Jordan Love was playing, I think we would have blown them out, because the Colts literally were not playing good at all today. They had, honestly, one of their worst games I've probably ever seen. Literally no luck. No luck. Anthony Richardson just couldn't really get the ball out right, and they had so many opportunities. They fumbled a bunch of times, and Richardson had like 3 interceptions. They fumbled a bunch of times. They recovered them, and then even a missed field goal, and there was just a lot of things that really happened that honestly were the reason why the Colts didn't obviously have their chance. But the Packers get the victory. The game won 16-10. Malik Willis's first career win after obviously not having the greatest start of his career with Tennessee 2 years ago. I guess if we had to really give a game ball to someone, I guess I'll have to give it to Malik Willis, because this was his first career win. I know there was a lot of there wasn't really a lot of outstanding moments, but I guess you can really say Malik Willis did do what he needed, and he got more comfortable as the game went on. And that's what's really important. 12 of 14 from the field, 122 yards passing, and a touchdown. That was also his first career touchdown, as he has not thrown a touchdown yet in his career. And also 6 carries for 41 yards, as he is a fantastic runner for those. That's really his strengths. Obviously, on the ground, we all know who was going to really have a huge game, and that was Josh Jacobs. 32 carries for 151 yards. That obviously was the best game of his career by far. I don't think he's gotten more rushing yards in any game. No catches. Fortunately, he did fumble, and that was a crucial moment, because I think we would have been put higher on this game. It looked like he was going in the end zone. He lost the ball, and that unfortunately became a fumble. That was our really only down take of the game. But other than that, we ran the ball really well. Josh Jacobs, Jaden Reed, Bo Melton, Manuel Wilson, Marshawn Lloyd, Malik Willis, and Josh Jacobs all combined for 261 yards on the ground. What a day for the ground game and the offensive line for really been able to, and early, get really doing the things that they needed to do. On the air, there really wasn't much. Romeo Doubs led the way with 3 catches for 62 yards, including a huge bomb. Dontavian Wicks with 3 catches for 26 and his first touchdown of the season. And not much from everyone else. 2 catches for 16 for Tucker Kraft, 2 catches for 9 for Jaden Reed, and a catch for 6 yards for Musgrave, and a catch for 3 for Lloyd. There really wasn't much on that side. And then on the defensive side, not much tackling, because we really didn't see the Indianapolis offense do as much. They did get a lot of time to make some throws, but it is what it is. Quay Walker led the way with 6 tackles. There really wasn't much on that side. The only sack of the day belonged to Devontae Wyatt. And then, of course, we picked them off 3 times. Xavier McKinney was predicted to get an interception today, as all the Packer fans stated. He got 1 interception. Eric Wilson got an interception, and Evan Williams ended the game, obviously, with getting the game-sealing interception at the end. On the Indianapolis side, Anthony Richardson, for people who have him in fantasy like me, he did not really please you at all. 17 out of 34, 204 yards, a touchdown and 3 interceptions, and 4 carries for 37 yards. Jonathan Taylor, honestly, have no idea why they didn't play him more. 12 carries for 103 yards and 2 catches for 32. What in the world are you thinking for not giving him the ball more? We could not contain him. I have no idea what they were thinking. I have 8.6 yards a carry. I mean, they were running all over us. Alec Pierce led the day, 5 catches for 56 yards and a touchdown. Adonai Mitchell with 1 catch for 30. Mo Alley Cox had 1 for 22. Michael Pittman had 3 for 21. Doolin had 1 for 13. Drew Ogletree had 1 for 12. Gylan Granson 1 for 9. Trey Sermon 1 for 7. And Tyler Goodson 1 for 2. On the other side, Nick Cross led the day with 15 tackles. EJ Speed had 11. Zaire Franklin had 10. And nearly not much. No sacks or interceptions at all. And our special teams, Matt Gay went 1 or 2 from the field goal line. They only punted 3 times today. And Braden Narvison went 3 of 4 from the field. And Daniel Whelan only punted 3 times today as well. The thing that obviously was the huge downplay of this game was when Braden Narvison had a chance to ice the game with a field goal, and he missed it. We would have been up 19-3. And that pretty much would have iced the game because that was a 3 possession game. They needed 2 scores, and instead of that missing that field goal, they only needed 1 score because you knew they probably were going to get the ball back if they scored. And that's unfortunately what happened. They went right down the field, they scored a touchdown. We got the onside kick back, and shout out to Evan Williams. He had a really underrated game. But after that, we were able to took all as much time as we could, and then some way, somehow, it came down to one final play, Hail Mary, most quarterbacks don't have the arm strength to really get it all the way there, but he managed to get it far, but I guess he overthrew it and got picked off, but it was that. That was a great game, and I'm happy we have won. We're 1-1. That's a great place to be at. Lions also lost today at home to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which was a great game for Tampa Bay, that's for sure. And Minnesota also won against the San Francisco 49ers. I know it was a road game for the 49ers, but Minnesota with a promising victory. They are 2-0 and in first place in the division right now. Bears still have yet to play today. They are playing the Houston Texans on Sunday Night Football tonight. That obviously has a lot to do. On the contrary, other news, Aaron Rodgers gets his first career win for the New York Jets. Braylon Allen, former Badgers running back, also 2 of those touchdowns. That's a great thing for Braylon Allen to be back to really what he was. He's going to have a great NFL career, that's for sure. I feel like if Rodgers sees that in him, he's going to play him more. I know how Rodgers is. But that's great. Great news to see that. Former Badgers running back really come through. And then, obviously, next week, speaking of the Titans, who obviously the Jets defeated last week, our team is the Tennessee Titans. We will be on the road facing the Titans. A game that I feel like can be winnable if we play to our strengths. It will be tough because it is a road game. However, I think Will Levis is not a good quarterback. So I'm hopefully confident in saying that we can maybe get another win out of this. Obviously, Jordan Love, he did not play. Will he play? That's the question. I don't think so. Obviously, a report came out. Ian Rappaport's like he will be back against the Rams, and I'm like, okay. I guess if he's saying it, that's what I'm assuming. I'm like, in this time, if we even get 2 wins out of this stretch without Jordan Love, I consider that a win. Getting a win is just awesome to even think about. Seeing the Vikings already be 2-0 is really kind of concerning me because that's big, but Justin Jefferson, I think, did leave with a knee injury. I don't think it'll be concerning, but hopefully we continue to win because this is, if we had Love, then I consider this an easy part of our schedule. But without Love, it's not. So anything is going to be difficult. They're going to be fighting. And I know this team can fight. I know it, and I see it. So let's just focus on next week and hope that we can get the W next week against the Tennessee Titans on the road. If you like what you see, subscribe below, comment with your thoughts, and as always, we will see you next time. Go Pack Go!